Yo, what's up guys, it's FullySpaced here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to build this build behind me. Now some of you will probably know that this is a very old build of mine, but recently I've had a lot of requests on to rebuild this because the previous tutorial isn't so great. It is basically a time-lapse tutorial, and a lot of people found it hard to follow, so I thought I'd update this tutorial here, and I'm going to teach you guys how to build this, and then hopefully it will clear up all the problems that I'm having on the previous video, and you can just follow this and it will be nice and simple. And I've just changed a few things, nothing too much, added a few barrels in here on the outside just for a bit of detail, but I tried to keep it exactly the same as the old one. I can't remember where I put it, the old one was somewhere around here. But yeah, I'm going to try and keep it exactly the same. This is an old video, and I've just, well, not an old video, this is a new video of an old build that I'm actually just creating a proper tutorial for instead of a time lapse, so you guys can follow along and actually get this build because a lot of you wanted it. So yeah, hope you enjoy. Once you have laid the foundation down, the first thing you're going to do is build up 4 high. You're going to place 2 logs on top of the barrel and then add another barrel on top, which will make it 4 high. Once you've done this, your next step will just be simply connecting them up with your log. All you need to do is just place in between in these gaps here and follow it all the way around. Now you won't need to connect up the middle, only the outside. Once that's done, you want to build up by 3 and then place a barrel, so you got another 4 high, which is going to be the height of your roof here. You're just going to repeat this all the way around, so your whole build will be up another 4 blocks. Now you don't have to use barrels, I'm just using it because barrels generally look better from the outside than just using all logs. Then once you've done that, just finish up by connecting them up and following the outside pattern using the oak log. Now that you've done that, this is probably going to be the hardest part, is creating a staircase. You want to place a slab, then a plank, then a plank, then a slab, then 2 planks, then another 2 planks and a slab on top. You're going to slightly raise the staircase every so often. So then you place 3 planks and that will be raised by half again. Then you'll place 3 planks and a slab. And then you'll place 4 planks. Now 5 is probably going to be your height limit, so you don't want to go past 5. So once you've got 4, you place a slab, and then you can actually go up to 5 using plank. And then from 5 you don't ever want to go higher, so you're going to actually go back down. Like so. Giving you a nice simple staircase design. Now on the inside you're going to be going at a lot different rate because there isn't enough blocks to kind of copy the outside. So you're going to go slab, then a plank. The slab will be actually further back. Then you're going to go a plank, then a slab, then 2 planks, then 3 planks. And then you're going to have 3 planks and a slab, and then you're going to go up 4 planks there as well, so it kind of raises slightly, nothing too crazy. Now you're just going to do the easy part, which is fill in this piece with the cobblestone slabs. Now you're just going to follow this design. It's pretty simple, you're just going from left to right so far. It does change when you get up to the next layer, so you're going to start going here, and then once you've got your things going left to right, you're going to copy this one and go all the way left, and then in that corner you want to raise it by 1. And then bring it round like so in an L shape. We're going to kind of repeat this design on this floor as well, like so. And then the rest of the blocks will just be placed by 1 slab higher. Again, that will lead you to your front door, and your staircase is complete. Now that that's done, we can jump onto the roof. This is probably the most simple roof design. Back in the day I wasn't so good at building roofs, so I've kind of kept it as similar as possible. I did add the barrels in and changed a bit of the interior later on, but I tried to keep it as simple as possible so everyone can kind of follow along and get the exact previous build that I did because it seems to be highly requested. So all you're going to do is build up your staircases from one side to the other until they meet in the middle, and it's very simple from there. You're going to place an upside down stair with a stair on top. You're going to repeat this on all 4 sides. You will actually notice the roof is slightly uneven later on due to the fact that the 2 sides on the actual side pieces of it, not the front and the back, are actually longer in terms of roof, so it will look a bit odd. Nothing too crazy though, it does look okay. When I was building this back in the day, I clearly didn't really know too much about the structures and things like that of the build, because it looks a bit off-centered. Not really off-centered, but it just looks very odd because of the shape of it, but it does actually fit and work, so it doesn't matter too much. You could always change the roof if you want and make it more even. However, if you just follow this tutorial, then it doesn't really matter too much, as the build will still come out and look exactly the same. Just connecting the spruce stairs up to the cobblestone stairs, and you're basically done. Now that they're connected up, you're going to have a gap in the roof. Now you're going to use trapdoors and slabs, and at this point you'll see where the roof is kind of a bit longer on one side than the other, because you'll get a different design, but it doesn't matter, you can change that if you follow this. It's a nice simple one. So we're going to use trapdoor, slab, until the middle, and then here you'll see that we don't actually have the same kind of pattern. We got 1 block more, so what you will need to do is place 2 trapdoors, and then a slab, then a trapdoor. That's all you need to do for the longer sides. So on this side as well, 2 trapdoors, 1 slab. Then this one we can go back to normal, go slab, trapdoor, simple. Right, next up we're going to head around the build, just placing walls and fences in the gaps like so, and then you just want to place walls in these parts. So only place fences when you have 3 blocks in between, like here. And then place the walls down again. Then once you're around to the 3 block gaps here, you want to place the fences in the corners. And then just fill these in with walls again. Now for this middle part, you can either have it like this with 4 walls, or you can have a fence in between as well, or you can replace the top wall with a fence as well, which I'll do later on, because I personally think it just looks a little bit better, but you can really do whatever you want with these designs. So it's up to you. Just go around and finish off the rest of the walls. Now from here I'm going to just add a bit of detail. I'm going to add some trapdoors, lanterns, only a few pieces on the roof here. So I'm going to add the triple kind of trapdoor little overhang thing. So you place 1 here, then you're going to have to raise 1. This does only work on Java. You can't hang lanterns from trapdoors, I believe, in Bedrock or any other version, due to the fact that for some reason the game is coded that you open trapdoors when you sneak in place. It's just a bit different to Java, so we can actually place things on trapdoors. Otherwise you might have to use a slab block or something else to place the lanterns on top. Now we can go on the inside, and we're just going to fill up these little spaces here just by using fences and stones. So we're going to place a stone in the middle and then just fence around it. We'll do this for the 3 sides that we have, and then we can finish off the final one here. Now from here, we're probably just going to fill in the floor. Now you can really use what you want. I'm going to go with spruce planks. I'm going to fill in the outside section, and in the middle I'm going to have like a sea lantern or something. Once again, the materialist does say have a sea lantern in it. However, you can use glowstone or something easier to find, redstone lantern, if you really want to put a lever underneath it. But it will show when you go down into your wheat farm or whatever you choose the under part of your farm to actually be. So it's up to you. Be careful what you use. And I'm going to place stairs around like this, fill the corners in with planks, so we get this just little design in the middle with some little creases. Then we're going to place in the middle a nice sea lantern. And there we are, we have a nice little filled interior design here, which is pretty good. Now I'm just going to head around the bottom and place some fences and walls like so. And then I'm going to repeat this all the way around. It's pretty simple. You're just going to fence, wall, and then you'll flip the design as well. So you go fence, wall, fence, then wall, fence, wall, and then you repeat it all the way around. And these 3 block gaps will always be the same. So you always want them to look like this, with a 2 stone top, middle, top, bottom, and top even. In the middle you have the fence, and you basically just repeat this design all the way around. Once you've done it kind of on one side, you can copy it from the other side. So if you look from here, you can see that it goes fence, stone, fence. Then it goes stone, fence, stone, and then repeat on the other side. Yep. And then as you can see here, I went fence, stone, fence, and literally looking straight ahead, you can see it on the other wall that you've already done. So it doesn't really matter what order you do it in, because you can always copy it, or when you're looking at it from this side, and then get it right. So you could actually flip the design if you wanted to. However, just following it like this is simple. If you place walls instead of fences and then flip those around, you'll get a different design. It's really up to you if you want to do that. Then go upstairs, place a trapdoor in that little section that I did just over there. Place 3 trapdoors up here with a raised trapdoor, and then some slabs at this level here. Now you can't actually do this, or you probably can do this in Bedrock. I'm not sure if you could add ladders to it though. So you might have to just add ladders going up the pole to the left, which will take you up to this up to a floating platform, instead of having the hanging kind of trapdoor. Once you've got that, you can place fences up there so you can't fall off. Place a bed, then sneak and place the ladders on top of the trapdoors. Once again, down here is where your little wheat farm's going to be, so just place some ladders going up on here. And then you can add some storage down here too if you wish. This kind of hides away the staircase because the staircase doesn't look so good. You could even have a nether portal under here if you really wanted to, although it will show from the outside, so it's really up to you. Now, once we've done that, you can just add a few of the basic interior decoration designs. So things like crafting table, furnaces, cauldrons. You can go around and add like lecterns, like a bookshelf area, whatever you really want. Just creating your home, making it the way you want it. I'm going to add some overhead storage as well, using some trapdoors and barrels just to look like some shelving units that hold up a bit of storage. Now these are a bit of a pain to place, as there are barrels there as well. So you will have to sneak place. I'm not sure if you could do this on Bedrock with the barrel on barrel. I'm not sure how that goes. You might have to replace it with a normal block, place that there, and then place another thing. I'm not really sure. Now just filling in the rest of this interior. I put 2 armor stands down, but then I actually took away the left hand side one and I only placed 1 down, and decided to turn this little area over here into like a smithing area, where I'm going to have like a furnace, a smithing table, and just your general kind of goods when creating armor and things. So I went with the furnace, 2 furnaces, and I destroyed that armor stand, put the smithing table in the corner, and then put a chair down as well, so I can sit and wait for my things to smelt whilst in this little base. There's a lot I would change about this base looking back at it, but it's one of those that it was built quite 10 months ago I believe, so I wasn't actually as good as I was now. The staircase I love though, the little curved staircase is a great design. However, it's a bit out there for me, this design, and I'm kind of glad it was done. I would love to change it, but at the same time, it's very requested as it is, so I'm not going to change it because a lot of people wanted to see this kind of design. And I didn't want to change it and then people not want it, the newer design. However, I could always play around with creating a new version of this. Anyway, once you've kind of decorated your interior, place some light down. All I did was place some bookshelves, a lectern, and a little stair with some signs on it to make a seat. Now down here you can turn into whatever you want. Obviously you can remove the red and white wall. That's there purely for a base like foundation. Little blueprint things so you guys can kind of see where the foundation goes. As you can see here, this will all dry out pretty quick, so if you really wanted to, you can just break these blocks, place water underneath the barrels, and you'll get water under there. You could do this all the way around, and that will kind of keep your crops hydrated and won't break. However, I'm not really doing that. I'm literally just doing this for a demonstration purpose, so just placing them for me will be fine. However, that is a little tip. You can place water underneath barrels or underneath any of these blocks. I would recommend doing it under the barrels as they are more hidden than if you placed it under the fence or something like that. You won't actually be able to place anything in the back corner because you need a bit of light down here too. So just get some hanging lanterns in here. If you don't have enough for lanterns, you could even throw down just your standard torches. Once that's done, you can climb back up. Your wheat farm is kind of complete there. Now, going around the outside and just decorating is the last thing we're going to be doing. So what we're going to do is add some flower beds here. Just 3 grass blocks or 3 dirt blocks. And then you just fill them around with trapdoors. For anyone wondering how to get glass blocks, just use a silk touch pick or silk touch anything on a grass block and you'll get a grass block just for you in survival. And then you can fill them with any flowers you want. For now I'm just going to use the roses. I will actually change the middle one to azure bluets later on. Just for now I'm using them as like a placeholder. Then you can go down, place some fences, leaves on top around your staircase, just giving you a nice bit of foliage down here. Some natural kind of elements to the build. And then just do this all the way around, just kind of spice up your build a bit. You want to make it stand out and make it not look so plain. Obviously looking at it without any leaves or anything on it, they're not looking so good. For any of you wondering as well, I am using Germ's Better Leaves Resource Pack. That is why my leaves are bushy. And I'm also using BSL shaders. Now you can add these oak trapdoors onto the barrels as well, just for a little bit of design. I probably wouldn't add them to the bottom, I'd only add them to the middle layer. It looks like they're kind of being held up and supported a bit more. So it's really up to you, it's just a nice little trick you can use. And then you can add some buttons to make your wood and things look like they got little knobbly bits on them, and they extend a bit. It just gives a bit of design. It's really up to you. Once again, if you really didn't want to go that far with your build, don't worry about the buttons. It's just there for a small bit of texturing. Just kind of looks like your oak logs have got these little kind of uneven knobbly bits on it, and yeah, it's just a nice little effect to add. Now on these bottom parts you could add a composter with some leaves as well if you wish, just to fill up that space in these back corners and actually give you a bit of foliage and just make things look nice. Compost is always a great thing to use because you can pretty much just place leaves on top and they look great. And now from here I'm going to add another, I can't even think what they're called, flower bed, that's the one. And we're going to add another flower bed on the back section here with the azure bluets in the middle. Not even sure if that's how you say them correctly, but that's how I'm going to go with them. And your build is basically done. There is a few more things I'm just going to touch on here, which is a simple fence, some walls as well. You can place some lanterns down and then place them on your staircase on the way up. You want to just keep everything lit when building. You don't want none of those creepers or any mobs kind of spawning around you. So yeah, it's really up to you. I mean, if you really want to live life to the edge, you can happily build without lanterns. Your life will be a lot scarier, I can tell you that for sure, as I imagine you're going to have a lot of mobs. But yeah, this is basically done. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If so, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe for more. I do have a Discord in the description as well if you guys would like to join. Peace.